What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and today's video we're going to be taking a look at the movies that I picked up during the Criterion 50% off sale at Barnes & Noble. Now, if you're a movie collector like I am, you probably know what Criterion is, what the Criterion Collection is, but just in case you don't know what the Criterion Collection is, let me give you a brief summary on what they do and what they release. So on the back cover of every Criterion Blu-ray, it states that the Criterion Collection is a continuing series of classic, important, and contemporary films. And that's basically what they are. They take movies that are either classics, black and white pictures, silent films, I think musicals, foreign films, anything that they think is worthy of a proper release, or, you know, like it says, important film, stuff like that. They give it a nice update, they clean up the picture, they clean up the sound, and they give you a really, really great release. So if you buy a Criterion Blu-ray or even a DVD, you know that you are going to get, number one, a great film, number two, a great transfer, and number three, a bunch of great special features and even great artwork too. And that's basically what the Criterion Collection is. However, they can be pretty pricey, and that's why twice every year they do a 50% off sale. So like a standard Blu-ray is like $40. During the 50% off sale, you can get it for like 20 bucks, which is a better price to pay. And I honestly don't know why they charge $40 to begin with for a single Blu-ray, but it's worth it waiting for the 50% off sale because you get some really great titles. And I picked up, six? I picked up 6 Blu-rays during the sale. I want to pick up more in the fall or winter time when they do their second sale, but I'm pretty happy with what I got here, and today we're going to take a look at them, but a few disclaimers before I go into them. Out of all the 6 movies that I bought during the sale, I've only seen one of them, and that might come to a surprise to some of you, but just keep in mind that the reason I buy movies is because I plan on seeing them or I really want to see them. So I didn't just spend the money on these just to spend them. I do plan on seeing them and I do want to see all these. It's just so happens that I've only seen one of them. So keep that in mind. I will watch them eventually. And also keep in mind, if you comment your thoughts on any of these movies in the comment section, keep it spoiler free. Except for the one I'll mention. You can do whatever you want for that. Also keep in mind that I didn't get everything I wanted during the sale. I had a list of stuff I wanted and I didn't get to get all of them. My Barnes & Noble was pretty cleaned out by the time the sale was coming to a close. So if there's one that you're hoping I got, I'm sorry to disappoint that I might not have gotten it, but out of the ones that I did get, let's go over them and let's talk about them. Now, the first one I'm going to start off with is the one movie of this whole bunch that I actually have seen, and that's Night of the Living Dead. I love Night of the Living Dead. It's one of my favorite zombie movies. It's one of my favorite black and white movies. I do own the first Blu-ray that came out, which is the Mill Creek Entertainment one. And my God, is that transfer terrible. It is not a good transfer at all. The picture's really grainy and it doesn't feel like they did a full cleanup of the movie. The sound could be muffled a few times. It was a really poor transfer. So during the sale, I picked up this one and wow, what a difference. What a difference that doing a proper remaster and a proper release of this movie does to it. The picture looks like it was filmed yesterday. The sound looks like it was recorded yesterday. Everything looks great in this, and I'm glad I picked up the Criterion because I was looking at it and I'm like, I do have the first Blu-ray of it. Do I really need this one? And I eventually said, screw it, just buy it, who cares? And then I watched it and I was like, wow, I am glad I bought this. 20 bucks well spent. Favorite zombie movie, great transfer. This is a must-own if you're looking for this movie. So that's Night of the Living Dead. The next one I bought is Bottle Rocket. I think this is Wes Anderson's first movie. It's either his first or second movie. I don't fully remember. But his new movie, The French Dispatch, is supposedly coming out this year. We'll see if that actually happens. But I figure I might as well see the rest of his filmography because so far, everything I've seen of Wes Anderson, I love. I love Moonrise Kingdom. I love Fantastic Mr. Fox, Isle of Dogs, Grand Budapest Hotel, The Darjeeling Limited. I love all the movies I've seen so far, so I know I'm going to get something great going into this movie. And if my friend from Instagram who commented about this movie is watching, I have not watched it yet, but I will let you know when I watch it because I'm excited to see it. And also the cast looks really great in this movie. Wes Anderson has his favorite casts that he puts in most, if not all, of his movies. So looking at the cast list, I did see some recognizable names that I've seen in some of his other movies, which makes me even more excited to see this movie because I love the cast in this movie. So that's Bottle Rocket. Really excited to see this movie. Next up is a movie that I'm a little ashamed to say I haven't seen yet, but that's only really because besides the Criterion Blu-ray, I haven't really seen on DVD or Blu-ray really anywhere else, at least for a good price, and that's Rosemary's Baby. Now, I wasn't planning on getting this one during the sale. The first time I went, I allowed myself 3 movies to get, and then I was gonna buy more throughout the sale if I wanted more. And I picked up Bottle Rocket and Night of the Living Dead, but then I thought to myself, well, I allowed myself 3. Let's see if I can find something else. And then just in the corner, there was Rosemary's Baby, and I'm like, I wanna see this. Sure, I'll definitely get this. I've heard so much about this movie, so of course I'm excited to see it. It's a Roman Polanski film. I think this was his first movie. I am not sure. It doesn't really. I don't think it says on here, but excited to see it. And while we're on the topic of Roman Polanski, when can The Pianist get a proper Blu-ray release? Criterion. If someone from Criterion's watching this, can we maybe get The Pianist on a Blu-ray? Besides the foreign Blu-rays that are super expensive? Just saying. That would be a big seller. At least I think it would be. Next, we got some Christopher Nolan love with Following. Didn't know this had a Criterion Blu-ray. I watched a review of Following. I forgot who reviewed it though. And I said, that sounds kind of interesting. Didn't really look to see what kind of Blu-ray or DVD it had. And then I was at Barnes & Noble looking through the sale, and just like Rosemary's Baby, it was kind of in the corner somewhere. And I picked it up and I'm like, oh my God, there it is. Following, his first movie. And of course, Tenet is still supposedly coming out this year, and I'm really excited to see that, but I figure I should watch the rest of his movies that I haven't seen. I think there's only 2 or 3 that I haven't watched yet. So I'm really glad I found this. It was their only copy, and yeah, it was a great find. Next up is The Rolling Stones' Gimme Shelter. Now, I wasn't planning on buying this one. I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, I like the Rolling Stones, but I don't really know if I want to see this one. And then I read the back of it, the back description of the cover, and the first thing it says in that paragraph is, it's called the greatest rock and roll film ever made. And I thought to myself, really? The greatest rock and roll film ever made? I love the Beatles movies. I love the Eagles documentary, History of the Eagles. But the greatest rock and roll film ever made? So I thought about it and I said to myself, you're on. If you claim this is the greatest rock and roll movie ever made, I will take you up on that offer. So I bought it and I'm excited to see it. And lastly is City Lights by Charlie Chaplin. Whenever I hear of Criterion Blu-rays or see videos of Criterion collectors with their Blu-rays, this always pops up. Everyone talks about this movie. Everyone talks about how funny it is and how groundbreaking it is and how entertaining Charlie Chaplin is. And I looked at it and I was like, I feel like I should watch this movie. This and The Great Dictator, but they didn't have The Great Dictator, so I obviously didn't buy it. But I was looking at it and I'm like, I feel like I should watch this. Everyone talks about it and I read the description of it and it sounds like something I would want to see. So I figure if I don't buy it now, I'm gonna wait until the next sale, and then knowing me, the next sale's not gonna have it. So I figure I might as well buy it now before someone else bought it, and then I'm left disappointed. And also the next sale, I will pick up The Great Dictator because I heard that one's amazing. So that's the last one, City Lights. I did pick up War of the Worlds. I pre-ordered it through the Criterion website. And that was, it arrived in my mail close to the 50% off sale, but it wasn't quite a part of the 50% off sale, so I can't really count that one. But out of the ones that I bought in the store, that's all of them. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on these movies down in the comments section. Just keep them spoiled free because I haven't seen most of these. And also let me know in the comments section what you guys picked up during the Criterion sale. Did you pick any up? Did you pick up more than I picked up? Did you pick up less? Let me know everything down in the comments section. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. It feels good to be doing more videos, so look forward to more videos hopefully very soon. Thank you again for watching. Subscribe right here if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.